Monday, June 13th, Joseph confronts his brothers. Read Genesis 42. What happened here, and how does it reveal the providence of God despite human evil and malfeasance? The famine obliges Jacob to send his sons to Egypt to buy grain. Ironically, it is Jacob who initiates the project. The unfortunate old man, a victim of circumstances beyond his control, unknowingly sets in motion an amazing chain of events that will lead to being reunited with the son for whom he had mourned so long. The providential nature of this meeting is highlighted through two fundamental characters. First, it is seen as a fulfillment of Joseph's dreams. The event predicted in Joseph's prophetic dreams, "Your sheaves bow down to my sheaf," is now taking place. Joseph is identified as the governor over the land and the Lord of the land. Joseph's powerful position contrasts with that of his needy brothers, who bowed down before him with their faces to the earth. The same 10 brothers who mocked Joseph about his dream and doubted its fulfillment. Second, this providential meeting is described as a response. The linguistic and thematic echoes between the two events underline the character of just retribution. The phrase "they said to one another" also was used when they began to plot against Joseph. The brothers' sojourn in prison echoes Joseph's sojourn in prison. In fact, Joseph's brothers relate what is currently happening to them to what they did to their brother perhaps 20 years ago. Then they said to one another, "We are truly guilty concerning our brother, for we saw the anguish of his soul when he pleaded with us, and we would not hear. Therefore, this distress has come upon us." Genesis 42:21. Reuben's words, "His blood is now required of us," which echo his past warning to shed no blood, reinforce the link between what they are now facing and what they had done. Most of us surely have done things for which we are sorry. How can we, to whatever degree possible, make up for what we have done? Also, why is accepting God's promises of forgiveness through Jesus so crucial for us? From the book Spiritual Gifts, Volume 3, pages 154 to 156, it says, "Jacob's sons came with the crowd of buyers to purchase corn of Joseph, and they bowed down themselves before him with their faces to the earth. And Joseph knew his brethren, but he appeared not to know them, and spake roughly unto them. And he said unto them, Whence come ye? And they said, From the land of Canaan, to buy food. And Joseph remembered the dreams which he dreamed of them, and said to them, Ye are spies, to see the nakedness of the land ye are come. They assured Joseph that their only errand into Egypt was to buy food. Joseph again charges them with being spies. He wished to learn if they possessed the same haughty spirit they had when he was with them, and he was anxious to draw from them some information in regard to his father and Benjamin. The 3 days of confinement were days of bitter sorrow with Jacob's sons. They reflected upon their past wrong course, especially their cruelty to Joseph. They knew if they were convicted of being spies and they could not bring evidence to clear themselves, they would all have to die or become slaves. They doubted whether any effort any one of them might make would cause their father to consent to have Benjamin go from him after the cruel death, as he thought Joseph had suffered. They sold Joseph as a slave, and they were fearful that God designed to punish them by suffering them to become slaves. Joseph considers that his father and the families of his brethren may be suffering for food, and he is convinced that his brethren have repented of their cruel treatment of him, and that they would in no case treat Benjamin as they had treated him. And from the book Our High Calling, page 203, it says, being justified by Christ, the receiver of truth is constrained to make an entire surrender to God, and is admitted into the school of Christ, that he may learn of him who is meek and lowly of heart. A knowledge of the love of God is shed abroad in his heart. He exclaims, "Oh, what love! What condescension!" Grasping the rich promises by faith, he becomes a partaker of the divine nature. His heart being emptied of self, the waters of life flow in, the glory of the Lord shines forth. Perpetually looking unto Jesus, the human is assimilated by the divine. The believer is changed into his likeness. The human character is changed into the divine. Christ looks upon his people in their purity and perfection as the reward of all his sufferings, his humiliation, and his love, and the supplement of his glory. Christ, the great center from whom radiates all glory. God bless.